How does Berkshire structure the performance-based compensation of the CEOs of its subsidiaries?
Yeah, well, the first thing we do is we never engage a compensation consultant. And we have, whatever it may be, 70 plus or whatever number of businesses we have. They have very different economic characteristics. To try to set some Berkshire standard to apply to businesses such as insurance, which has capital as a bulwark, but which we get to invest in other things we'd invest in anyway. So there's a minus capital involved, to a BNSF or a utility business where there's tons of capital involved, or in between C's where there's very little capital involved. We have other businesses that are basically just so damn good that, that a chimpanzee could run them. And we have other businesses that are so tough at times, that if we had Alfred P. Sloan back, we wouldn't be able to do very well with them. So there's enormous differences in the economic characteristics of our business. I try to figure out if I own the whole business, what is a sensible way to employ somebody and compensate them, considering the economic characteristics of the business. So we have all kinds of different plans. It doesn't take a couple of hours of my time a year to do it. We have managers who stay with us, so they must be reasonably happy with the plans. And it is not rocket science, but it does require it requires the ability to differentiate. If we had a human relations department, it would be a disaster. They would be attending conferences and people were telling them all these different things to put in equations and so on. And it just requires a certain amount of common sense, and it requires, incidentally, an interaction with the managers where I listen to them, they listen to me, and we sort of agree on what really is the measure of what they're actually adding to the company.